And bam! Welcome back to KMeatballs plays Feed the Beast 1.6.4 Direwolf 20 mod pack version 1.0.2. A little bit has changed with this base. As you can see, I've got the basic structure filled in with cobble and then started pulling away part of the structure. This is a lot more the idea of what I had going in the last couple episodes where I was building this. Still cobble, I haven't replaced the materials yet. And part of that is because I don't really have enough ore processing going on. And I've been mining a whole bunch and I still haven't found any diamond. I've had offers from people on the server to give me some diamond, but I'd like to gather materials myself before I accept them from others. So just a quick tour of what's changed here. Obviously the floors are opened up. They will be glass in here, but for the moment I decided I'd like the light better than the walls. The walls in between here will also have glass with something behind them to make it look like there's 6 floors and where normally there aren't. I'm going to try to move the mouse cursor around a lot slower. I noticed the earlier videos seemed a little nauseous, so sorry about that. Oreberry bushes have been growing. They've been keeping me alive and fed. My old base was below here on the ground here, but I have moved everything up top. So we'll come back up here, and I'll have to fill in the hole in the ground. So, as you can see here, a lot of materials collected. This is great. Unfortunately, this grindstone is a pain in the butt. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a pain in the ass in the early days, but I mean, oh my god, this is annoying. So, I got some process stuff here, but I mean, honestly, it is time to get a real ore processing situation going on here. Now, the late game stuff, I believe the maximum you can get is something like 4 ores or 4 ingots per ore with industrial craft. What is it called? The ore washer or ore processing plant or something like that. I just want to double the ores. That'll be enough until we get a quarry going. And once we get a quarry going, we really don't care how many materials we get going. But anyway, moving on, we're going to build... I'm going to switch out of bat mode here so that I'm, as tall as the table. Or a little bit taller. Okay. So we are going to make some machines today. Machines on Feed the Beast. Who would figure? I mean, I've been doing basically a pretty vanilla build up until now. So let's get this stuff on the road here. So first of all, I need 3 chests. That will make sense later. So, I also need some tripwires. And we're going to, what are we going to do here? I've actually long since forgotten what we were going to do. It's been several days since I last recorded. I want a trapped chest. And that'll make a little bit of sense here in a second. Is that the way you do it? That the way you do it? Nope. I might even have it built over here. Anyway, we'll come back to that. I need a hopper. I need a crescent hammer, which is a thermal expansion tool. And I need some reception coils. Reception coils, your reception receiving. For all the machines that receive energy, you need reception coils. And for the machines that transmit energy, you need transmission coils. Makes a lot of sense, although you don't really think about it until you actually pay attention to the name. So, we'll get back to the trap chest in a moment. I just forget the recipe. So, we're going to make a pulverizer. Now, this pulverizer will give you 2 dusts per ore, which is great. We will also be waiting on the lag a little bit, and then... That's local lag, don't worry. And... Lost track of it. Reception coil. And a redstone furnace. No particular reason, other than I just want them powered by the same engine. So we are also going to make some leadstone energy conduits, and that's redstone, lead ingots, and a piece of glass. Gives you leadstone energy conduits. Again, from thermal expansion, they do 80 RF per tick, which for what we're doing here, it's a very basic setup, should be fine. Moving on, we have There's something in here. Oh, we're going to create some gears because I have something in mind here. I'm going to create some gears. Going to upgrade them to stone gears. Again, very simple recipes here. And then we are going to upgrade them to... Oh, sorry. And upgrade them to copper gears. Now, why do we need those? That is an excellent question. The reason that we need those is that we are going to be creating a steam dynamo. And the way that you do that is that you put these together. There you go. So that's 3 copper ingots, redstone, 2 copper gears, and a transmission coil. Steam dynamo, I'm pressing shift here. It lets you, it's basically a steam engine. So water and solid fuel, which we've got charcoal and wheel. So, and then we'll get water. So how do we get water? An aqueous accumulator. I love these things. They're super fantastic. So now, other than the trap chest, which let's figure out what that trapped chest. There we go. Trap chests. Really, it is a chest beside. I was putting it on the top and on the bottom. Didn't make a difference. So trap chest. And why do we want a trap chest? Well, that'll make sense in a second here. So I'm going to switch back into bat mode here as we fall down. And I'm going to grab some iron ore because that is the first thing I'm going to process. So let's see here. Where's a good spot to put that? I'm going to put my Mistcraft stuff back there. I'll show that off in a second. I'll do a quick tour here in a second. But ore processing, basic stuff. Let's put it right here. So I'll switch back out of bat mode. Really need a jetpack. So what do I want to do here? There's a few different things. First of all, let's build out from here. So redstone furnace and pulverizer. Now to configure these is actually pretty simple. We want to take set it to ignored for redstone signal and configuration. We want the input on the left and the output, which you can do a shared output on the right. Now let's blank all the rest of these out, and you'll see what I mean by shared output. See the colors changing? That means both the materials. The pulverizer also gives you a chance of getting some other type of dust when you process ores. So that I like that too, a little bit of a bonus material. So it's going to go in on the left, out on the right. And when you go out on the right, we are going to come in on the left, out on the bottom. No, I think it's out on the right. Yeah. I built this in my test world, and it was a while ago, so I forget. So we're going to do that, and we're going to put a chest down for the output of items. So when the furnace is done processing, it's going to dump them here, ready for use. Lovely. Now on the input, the reason I created a hopper and a trap chest is I put the hopper there, and I'm going to put the trap chest on top. Now, what's cool about that is that while the trap chest is open, it's emitting a redstone signal. What's great about that is that you can put items in here, and it won't get automatically stuck into the hopper. So, oh no, I didn't want to burn my hop seed wood, whatever it's called. I didn't want to burn my bow. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to burn my cobble. I want to put my iron ore in there. So I'll put it in there, and then only when I close it does the hopper start filling up and dumping into the machine. So it's kind of a good little safety switch. I know a lot of the times I'll shift right click on something I don't mean to. And, see, now that I've opened it again, it's frozen the hopper until I continue on, and then we're outputting items. So I love it. Sorry about the... Okay, enough of that. I'm going to turn those game sounds down for a moment. Sorry, I was just noticing I've been collecting animals with the portal gun, so there's a lot of crap going on there. So now what do we need here? We need a couple things. We need to... Okay, I'm forgetting something here. What am I forgetting? Okay. We need... Oh, I need buckets. We need to put the steam dynamo down there. Is it called the steam... Yeah, it is. Need to put the steam dynamo down there, but I don't have a bucket to do it with because it needs water. Where am I going here? Where am I going here? Seriously? Do I not have a bucket? Okay, I'll be right back once I create a bucket. Okay, so I've got a bucket. I filled it with water, and we're gonna, make the source here. So now we've got 3 wide. This will be enough to get our aqueous accumulator going. So, aqueous or aqueous? Yeah, whatever. So we're gonna go there. So now we've got water on both sides of that, which means that this machine should now be. Oh, look at that! We've been gathering some water. Fantastic. I always set my redstone signal to disabled unless I need it. So now, what do we need? We need some leadstone energy conduits. So I'm going to put them both below here. And then we're going to put the steam dynamo there. So now, these are wired up for power. You'll notice that all my ores have moved over. So I'm going to, steam dynamo is filled with water. So I'm going to put some charcoal in. And if all goes according to plan, once this thing gets going, anyway... Do I have this working right? Have I done something wrong? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It's filling the furnace first. There we go. Okay, now we're moving. So I'm going to set... Yeah, that's disabled. Excellent. And disable that one too. So, we have the pulverizer moving along quite nicely here. And once it's done, it's going to dump into the furnace. I'm sorry, I'm at bat view again. I'll grow a little bit. I'm going to cover up the floor here. And leave this exposed because right now we're still manually feeding it fuel just for these 2 machines. So, and now I have iron. I have iron that can be auto-processed and I don't have to use that stupid machine on the bottom floor anymore. So, this thing will, if you let it run, it'll back up and it will... it'll seize up. So once this one is done processing and it's used and it's filled its buffer and this one has filled its buffer as well, this thing will fill its buffer. Redstone flux is what RF stands for. And then once it fills up, it'll shut down. And that's what the crescent hammer is for, so that I can, and then once you start using energy again, you can smack it and it goes back into operation. So, nothing on view here, nothing really very, very low lag setup and kind of safety proof. That's pretty much it there. Let's switch back into bat view again and just do another quick little tour here. So like I said, a lot of processing facilities on the 2 top floors. Got the animals here for now. That pig is weird. And on the top level, I'm going to have kind of my own personal space, kind of put the bed here and, have some nice balconies. The bottom level will be purely a lobby. I'm going to get all these machines out of here. All this can be moved out now because we don't need this processing setup anymore. And over here, there's an elevator shaft, which isn't actually going to house elevators. I'm going to just make it look like an abandoned elevator shaft, maybe with a wrecked elevator down below a little bit. Maybe some multi-block, multi-part doors or something like that. And then a staircase. It's like a fire escape staircase that runs up between the different floors. So that's generally the layout of the base. I put the orberry bushes there temporarily, but now they kind of look cool as walls. So I might lower them one and build them into the floor a bit. Rubber trees, and been generally building a little bit more. But yeah, there we go. I think that should about wrap it up. I don't yet use a timer, so one would hope that this episode is long enough. And look at how fast that's going. With the other thing, the manual crank, I wouldn't have had 10 iron by now. But I love this. I love this setup. It's great. And using quite, getting double ores per. The other question that would come up is, I don't think iron has an alternate, but if you get an alternate here, wouldn't the system back up if the furnace already has another material in there? Well, not entirely. What it'll do is it'll burn through all of the one type of ore that's in the hopper, and then it'll just once the furnace is free, it'll output the second material into the furnace. So you might have a little bit of a delay on the pulverizer, but the real choke point is the furnace. So it should be all right. Anyway, this is just temporary setup anyway. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like to see more videos, and see you later.